believe it? We are already done with the first week of 2022, and here on the Property Show, we wish you a very resourceful and happy new year. We kick off 2022 with some good news on the sector. Setting the stage is a conversation with Knight Frank.
Towards the second half of 2021, we definitely saw signs of economic recovery. And I think as we go into 2022, those seeds of recovery will grow and will take fruit and will flourish.
A new season comes with its own changes, and this time round, the affordable housing market sets a new horizon with new emerging opportunities primed for growth. We shall also get to hear more on the long-awaited affordable funding with Kenya Mortgage Refinance Company, and so much more.
The objective of KMRC is to provide affordable long-term funding.
Life is for the living, and it's only good to live life and live it well. Otherwise, if you're living life and just living, it's not worth it.
For those looking to style up your interior decor, opportunities come calling. Catch that on the accessory spot. Our favorite home ownership segment brings stories from those who have walked the journey.
My advice to anybody who would want to go into real estate is that ensure that you do it the right way.
That place you think is very far, is very expensive, will not be what you are thinking today.
Last but by no means least, a roundup of other investment opportunities available in the market, courtesy First Avenue, your real estate partner. Our digital platforms are open. Let's connect. Welcome to the Property Show. As always, there is something for everyone. Setting the tone this season will definitely be the projects that have the affordable and sustainable tag. First on the list is an eco-friendly gated community located in Athi River, Moke Gardens. This development, in partnership with the government, is all about affordable apartment units and standalone maisonettes. What appeals the most about this project is what is on the table. Having partnered with the government, first-time home buyers are eligible for stamp duty waivers. It gets even better. Water, sewer, roads, infrastructure facilities are on site. Let's hear more.
Located in the serene environment of Lukenya Golden Triangle, 5 kilometers from the Nairobi-Mombasa Highway, is Moke Gardens Apartments. This world-class affordable estate is changing the way people are living. It consists of 4,000 units of 1, 2, and 3-bedroom apartments spread across 48 blocks with a plinth area of 40, 64, and 86 square feet respectively on a 40-acre piece of land. Accommodation amenities will include a spacious living area with large windows for natural light, a kitchen fitted with top and bottom cabinets for storage with a door leading to adobe area, a balcony area, a visitor's cloakroom, a master ensuite bedroom. Common shared amenities will include 24/7 manned gate with perimeter wall, CCTV surveillance, internal cabro paved driveways, ample parking, ample water supply, street lighting, shopping center, children's play area, social center, renewable solar, jogging track or cycling track, and a clubhouse that will include a swimming pool and gym. The development is in close proximity to schools, shopping centers, and recreational places. Construction is currently ongoing. Moke Gardens Apartments is an affordable housing project developed in partnership with the Government of Kenya. Moke Gardens, experience the living.
Our next signature bus tour is dedicated to spend a day at Moke Gardens. Save the date and book your seats today. Another sustainable project in our collection is Pinebrook Premier Villas, located in Kitengela, just 27 kilometers from Nairobi CBD and 700 meters from Nairobi Namanga Road. This development offers proximity to shopping malls, local and international schools, as well as easy access to the airport. Let's take a look.
Located only 2 kilometers from Kitengela town and 350 meters from Nairobi Namanga Highway is Pinebrook Premier Villas. This classy modern development comprises of 56 executive 3- and 4-bedroom all-en-suite townhouses. The accommodation features will include a spacious living area, dining area, open-plan kitchen fitted with top and bottom cabinets, a guest bedroom, and a door leading to a balcony. The first floor will comprise the other 3 bedrooms with a balcony on the master bedroom and a family room, while the second floor will comprise of a rooftop area. Common amenities will include 24/7 security guards, perimeter wall with electric fence and CCTV cameras, green live fences separating the houses, cabro paved driveways with parking, ample water supply, street lights, modern wastewater treatment plant, and a clubhouse with a mini mart, gym, spa, and barber shop. This development is in close proximity to schools, shopping centers, and recreational facilities. Construction for Phase 1 is currently ongoing and comprises of 12 units. Construction for Phase 2 will commence upon completion of Phase 1 and Phase 3 upon completion of Phase 2. The price point for this development starts from 11.5 million Kenya shillings.
Our last project on the Property Pick of the Week basket is Royal Gates Estate, a project that is nestled in the Acacia neighborhood in Kitengela town, off Nairobi-Namanga Road. It comes with functional floor plans, the indoor and outdoor spaces flowing effortlessly, and the cherry on top is the extravagant finishes. Check it out.
Royal Gates is a gated community located in Acacia, 4 kilometers from Kitengela town. This development consists of 78 4-bedroom detached townhouses. Amenities include a spacious lounge with a separate dining area, modern kitchen fitted with quality appliances and ample storage space, master ensuite bedroom with inbuilt wardrobes and a bathtub, an ensuite guest bedroom, 2 additional bedrooms with a common bathroom, internet ready, as well as a centralized TV port. Other features include detached ensuite DSQ with ample wash area, 2 parking slots per house, a swimming pool, a fully equipped gym, borehole and wastewater recycling system, private gardens, children's playground, CCTV cameras, electric fence and perimeter walls for security, street lighting, solar power and Cabro-paved driveway.
One of the outstanding things that has captured our mind, today's developers are going an extra mile with designs that come with modern home touch, lots of natural light and extravagant finishes. If you're looking forward to a fresh start this season, welcome to First Avenue. We have a large portfolio in every price range and you can find your dream home with us. Up next, the expert segments. Earlier this week, I had a conversation with Knight Frank on the impact of the pandemic in the real estate market and how we expect the market to unfold in 2022. Let's hear more. Thank you so much yet again and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you too, Nancy. Thank you very much.
How do you see the real estate spanning out and what's the future for real estate in Kenya?
Well, that's a great question because obviously it's been a really turbulent time for us. You know, things have been really up and down since the onset of COVID in March 2020. So I think we had a really tough year in 2020, but you know, a lot of businesses cut costs dramatically and so were able to manage their profitability. 2021, we were expecting a big recovery, so the costs went back up again, but actually took longer than we were expecting for the income to come back again as well. People were not coming back into Kenya in terms of the expatriates, the businesses were picking up more slowly, and so actually 21 was in some ways a harder year than 2020. So, and we weren't anticipating that, so we were struggling. But having said that, towards the second half of 2021, we definitely saw signs of economic recovery. And I think as we go into 2022, those seeds of recovery will grow and will take fruit and will flourish, and we'll definitely see a recovery coming on next year.
Break down the sectors and what should we expect on each sector? The residential, the retail, the commercial, the logistics.
Sure.
Each sector, how do you see it spanning out?
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so retail is the easy one to start with because it was impacted quite heavily by COVID. People stopped going to shopping centres, footfall went down, sales went down in the shops, and they were struggling to pay their rent. We saw a sort of new normal come in during 2020 where shopping patterns were beginning to improve again, footfall was beginning to improve. We actually had a very good run up to Christmas. Trading was good at Christmas, so we hope that will continue Of course, you know, we have new problems with retail at the moment, new rules about vaccination certificates being being displayed, otherwise barred entry to malls. This is a hot topic at the moment.
Is it workable?
It's very difficult, Nancy, but you know, as mall managers, we're stuck between a rock and a hard place because, you know, we're trying to implement government guidelines. You know, if we're seen not to do so and we get shut by government, then that will be catastrophic for shoppers. So we're just trying to do the right thing on those malls. But it's very difficult. It's very difficult to get that right. So we just have to follow guidance as mall managers.
And how do you see the residential market spanning out?
Signs of residential improving were definitely happening last year. We were seeing sales, we operate in the top end of the market primarily, so you know, sales of properties, I would say probably between 30 and 150 million shillings, and in that sector certainly we were seeing an increase in activity for a number of different reasons. Some people wanting to move from apartments into houses with more space, primarily as a result of the pandemic, wanting to change their lifestyle. Other people wanting to buy holiday homes, either up country or at the coast. But I think by and large that activity was slowed down by the digitisation of the title transfer within the Ministry of Lands, and so we've seen a long time for title transfers.
A longer process.
Very much so, and that's really slowed the process down. I think moving slightly further down, in the run-up to the pandemic, there was a lot of development going on, and those organisations that do large new build projects have seen a slowdown in sales. I imagine it's been harder for people to get mortgages as well at this time as well. So I think there's a lot of soaking up of that excess supply to happen, but I think the demand will increase as people start to get money back in their pockets. The money starts flowing again as we move into 22.
What about the 30 million and below, all the way to affordable houses? How do you see that sector unfolding? Again,
it will definitely improve during 2022. As I say, more people will have money in their pockets. The economy, the wheels of the economy will begin to turn again, and so we'll start to see more activity. Affordable housing, low-cost housing, obviously, it's one of the 4 pillars of government. It's being pushed very hard. There are big organisations, developers who are looking specifically into that sector, and I think this year we'll start to see some actual traction in on-the-ground developments in affordable housing. But other sectors that we're seeing as well, non-mainstream sectors that we're seeing quite a lot of activity in. You mentioned logistics, that's certainly one. Data centers is another. So these are the specialized warehouses that house servers for data storage, for business processes, call centers. For banks. Exactly, all of that. And historically that's been done outside of Kenya, but we're starting to see organizations building either purpose-built data centers for specific clients, or even now starting to see speculative data center development for clients who will want less space. Historically, the large data center consumers like Safaricom, for example, if they need that facility, they've had to build it for themselves. Now that market is becoming more mature, we're starting to see investors come in from overseas to develop that sector. So that's one that we'll see some activity in. Student housing is another. Healthcare is another. And when I say healthcare, it's not just hospitals. We're also seeing interest in assisted living for the elderly, for example. So that's going to be another sector that we're going to see developing out. If you look at the mainstream, the office market, we've seen, and for me, the office market is one of the best barometers of a recovery in the yeah, exactly. And we've seen some big deals. One of the first to suffer when the pandemic hit us was the serviced offices. The guys that rent out individual rooms, they rent out by the week, the day, they rent out business rooms meeting rooms by the hour. They were hit hard because people could just walk away from their commitments. But you know, conversely, they're the ones that are recovering the most because people want that flexibility now. The office is not dead. Everybody's been asking, is the office dead? People are working from home? Of course not. But the way people use office space has changed. And so serviced offices really appeal to that kind of use, having that flexibility. And so we're seeing strong growth. The biggest letting we've seen in Nairobi, 47,000 square feet. It's the biggest letting since the oil boom back in 2015, 2016, has been with a serviced office occupier.
Wow. Let's talk about the devolution and how you see the counties changing the real estate dynamic.
Well, this is something that we looked at before, and I think, you know, one of the things we have to remember is that Nairobi is a regional hub, and therefore it's very, very strong and very powerful as a city. It has a two-tier market in it. So in other words, every single organization that wants to be represented in Kenya, in the region, will also have its regional offices and its country offices as well. So that's what I mean by a two-tier market. So if you look at Google, for example, Google has its Kenyan operation, but it also runs its Eastern African operation from here. And so as soon as you get away from Nairobi, you realize it's disproportionately large, not just in comparison to the secondary cities in Kenya, but also the other capital cities in the region as well, because of the fact that it's a regional hub. So when you look at the secondary cities in Kenya, such as Mombasa, Kisumu, and so on and so forth, they are very much smaller than Nairobi, much, much smaller than the secondary cities might be in other countries because of this. So, you know, we see it becomes very parochial in terms of the depth of the market in the secondary cities. However, as you say, because of the devolution of government, a lot of government functions have moved there, and so a lot of commerce and industry has followed them as well. We have definitely seen development in the secondary cities, but you know, we've seen developers make the mistake of saying, okay, this mall works in Nairobi, let's see if it works somewhere else. And of course it doesn't. You have to adjust it downwards in terms of its size, in terms of its design.
You need to work with professionals who give you a feasibility study and tell you, this is what you need in Nakuru,
Absolutely.
This is what you need in Kisumu.
Yeah, I mean, it's too easy to overdevelop, and then you have a large mall that doesn't work. It has to be at the right scale for that place.
Next, Jubilee Insurance. We continue the conversation on the wellness cover, allowing us to live life to the fullest.
Under the Maisha Fiti program, we have the Moms Club, which is one of my favorite programs. The Moms Club is for ladies, expectant women, and those who have just delivered. It also goes to every other woman, but it's an education platform for our women. We want to educate our women. We want to tell them the things that they can do when they're pregnant. We want to tell them the things they can do when they're in labor. We want to give them a support system that they can walk around with. So we bring in gynecologists, we bring in pediatricians, we bring in nutritionists, we bring in fitness experts, we bring in doulas and birth attendants to the programs. So every other day or every other week, every other month, they get to interact with these experts, and they get their questions answered. There are some questions when you go to the doctor, you even forgot to ask, or something has just happened and you're wondering, do I really have to go to the doctor for this? So we bring that platform. We make sure that at least you have that interaction with an expert every week. And then we've made it more interesting by bringing in partners. So there are a few partners who we work with who give discounts to our women, including diapers. We've partnered with the people who give breast pumps and appliances and baby bottles. We've partnered with people who even do garments for pregnant women, cosmetics that are natural together with Sheth Naturals. We have even partnered with hotels that give Moms Club members discounts on their swimming, because we really want to encourage wellness while you're pregnant and even after. That means you're taking care of your fitness, what you're eating, getting to know, do I go for a normal delivery or a cesarean section? Of course, we really want to encourage our women to go normal as much as possible, to just maintain the cesarean sections for necessary. Because at the end of the day, a cesarean section is a surgery like any other surgery, and our women need to know that. And then the implications of it, and the advantages and disadvantages of each. Then they make a choice, not only for themselves, but even for the child and for our generations to come. We want to encourage normal, good healthcare practices. So that's our Moms Club. We have a lifestyle management program, which is for people with chronic ailments, diabetes, hypertension, heart disease, gastritis. And we've also, again, provided an education platform for them, brought in diabetologists, the specialists who are responsible for their health, fitness experts, nutritionists. We have education every other week. Every week, these people are educated. Every month, we hold talks. Now that we've been allowed to at least meet, we have forums where, you know, it's like a support group, so that they can encourage each other. They share their issues, what has been going on in their lives, and how they can make things better. So it's a very good platform. We give them drug delivery. We deliver their drugs at their home or their offices, wherever it is that they've given us, so that you don't fall out of drugs. We've partnered with providers. There are some hospitals and doctors who we've agreed with and said, can you be able to take care of our patients for a whole year, and this is what we're going to pay you, so that these people don't fall out of cover. They fall out of cover, their money gets finished. By August, they don't have money to buy drugs. So they stay like that for another 3 months before again they get another cover. In those 3 months, they've gotten complicated, they get admitted. You know, we want to avoid that, so that then there's better care and we are looking at their outcomes better. We have the loyalty program, as I say. Loyalty program has different aspects to it. You can join communities, you can join book club, cycling club, you know, whatever it is that you find most appealing to you, running clubs. And we give discounts. We've gotten partners again. We'll really leverage on partnerships. We have Nairobi Sports House, we have Textbook Center, we have Leopard Beach Hotel, we have hotels, we have Frankie Just Gym It, we have Smart Gyms. We have partnered with even spas, Revitalize Spa. We've partnered with spas, gyms, places that have lifestyle inclusions. And Jubilee Insurance members can get discounts from these partners and be able to get those things in an affordable way, make them accessible and available for them to use. And they accumulate points and then they get rewarded for it. So that's our loyalty program. Then the seniors, as I had said, we can do gardenology, we can do cooking, we can do national park drives, we can do a plethora of things with them. For me, I find people get a lot of motivation when they're together. Right now we have a lot of WhatsApp groups, and everyone is talking every day, and they're sharing, and people are learning every day. So I think it's really helped them, and it's really helped us. And I'd encourage our members out there to make sure that they enroll in the program. There's what has always been said internationally, that wellness programs do 3 things. 1, they increase employee engagement. Even you as an employee, whether employee or employer, you're more engaged. 2, they retain, because then you feel like, you know, you're being taken care of well, your employer really cares about you. And what else do you need? You really need a lot of care other than money. Yeah, you can get all the money in the world, but if you don't have good care, then it's not a good place to stay in. This is now to the employer. The more healthy people are, the less absent they are, and the more productive they are. And even you as an employee, you feel more happier when you're productive. The other thing is that it reduces the disease burden. Again, goes to the employer. It reduces the amount of claims that your members have to pay for, and ultimately then your premiums go down. However, for you as a client, a wellness program helps you to find purpose in your living. It helps you to play around with your children. You know, if you lose your weight, if you maintain your weight nicely, if you have good mental health, you go home, you're happy, you're bubbly, children are happy. They are happier in a happier home. So the more happier you are, the more happiness you spread around. So that's the good thing about a wellness program. The other thing about a wellness program is that it helps you to take charge and control of yourself. So my parting shot is, life is for the living, and it's only good to live life and live it well. Otherwise, if you're living life and just living, it's not worth it. So let's always live life and live it well. We have the control. You can take charge of your life. You can take charge of what goes in and what goes out, in terms of what you eat, in terms of your mental health status, in terms of how much exercises you do, in terms of how you interact with people. And let's learn to give. Giving is the best form of love, and it's the best form of giving you self-satisfaction. Each of us has something to give. Let's go out there. Let us give. Let us live a life full of wellness.
The expert segment is where we share market forecasts and up-to-date property insights. Catch more conversations in the coming weeks. It's time for a short break. Coming up, the accessory spot. Our favorite home ownership segment with stories from those who have walked the journey.
House that I finally fell in love with after seeing 26 something houses, and then it goes off the table, and then somebody else comes and says there's one available in the same court. So I came and I saw the house. I loved it.
This is it.
This was it.
A roundup of other investment opportunities available in the market, courtesy First Avenue, your real estate partner. You're watching The Property Show. Our digital platforms are open. Let's connect. We'll be right back after the break. Welcome back. The Property Show continues. Are you looking to style up your interior decor this season? Then sit put. Next, the accessory spot with lounge furniture tips.
Creating an elegant ambience in your living space with furniture pieces and house accessories. It's incredible how easily furniture pieces and accessories can redefine living spaces and create comfortable and elegant ambiances. Some of the ways you can achieve this include selecting tasteful functional designs for your lounge sets that best match the size of space while comfortably catering for numbers. Try smooth and minimalist designs with soft transitions to achieve a warm and elegant living space. Utilize the impact of detail to bring in personal style through color plays on sofa sets, cushions, walls, and accessories. Use colored sofa sets or walls to add character to a space. Gold sofa sets make an elegant statement due to the association with royalty, but be sure to pick the right shade for your space. For cushions, introduce color and interplay it with varied arrangement styles. For instance, try overlapping same or contrasting colored cushions to create cozy artistic visuals. To add the extra comfort, invest in sofa throw blankets. These vary in design, texture, color, and add a great visual. You can have one or several throws to cater for each sofa. For accessories, switch it up with lighting fixtures that add personality while stand out as statement pieces. Diversify this space with functional pieces like flower vases. Finally, just because you have a sofa lounge set doesn't mean that you cannot add a few extra furniture pieces. Add complimentary armchairs or rocking chairs to cater for extra guests or allow you to have a personal cozy area. These come in varying designs and are fast becoming must-have pieces.
Did you see something you liked on this segment and are wondering how to spice up that space but would like some help? Give us a call. Our interior decorators will be happy to work with you. Next, a highlight of an event held by Kenya Mortgage Refinance Company. Let's see how the day went.
In the room here, obviously, there's lots of different stakeholders representing different entities that are constantly working to ensure that the conversation of affordable housing is hard and implemented.
Welcome to the Affordable Housing Conference on Demand and Supply. We thank you very much for accepting our invitation and planning to participate in this all-important conference.
The lowest of them, apart from food and what have you, is actually housing, where you stay. So when His Excellency started the Big Four agenda, and under the Big Four was the affordable housing being one of them, I think it was the most welcomed one among most of them, because I think it touched the hearts of so many Kenyans.
We have learned that the public-private approach is vital to meeting the demand for affordable housing. The government of Kenya has taken a proactive approach to support affordable housing.
The ambitions to provide Kenyans with housing is a constitutional mandate. Still remains a challenge, and I believe challenges create opportunities. There are a number of systemic issues on the supply side, on the demand side, and the enabling environment that have made housing unaffordable and unavailable.
Sustainable infrastructure is very important in any economy, and it is a key driver of economic development across the world. And provision of effective infrastructure in housing is critical.
The technical personnel in housing sector need to start thinking just like these hotels where we are. If you go to the house, you'll just swipe a card before you get into your house. If you don't pay, they will disable you at this very end.
As the PS will tell you, we are the largest landowner in the country. I believe we've got, in terms of acreage, more land than Kenya Railways. We have a portfolio of 77,000 houses, comprising 45,000 houses, which are pool housing, institutional housing.
The crisis is there, the solutions are available. I think, as opposed to waiting to find the perfect model, let's start. Just start and learn.
Over the last 2 days, we have had actually the greatest discussions that we've had in a long time in relation to affordable housing. Someone was telling me during the break, this is the largest number of people we've ever had when you're discussing housing.
Between 2013 and 2021 current, we have about 5.6 million titles. If you compare that to the first 50 years of independence, we've done very well, because in the first 50 years we just recorded 6 million titles. So President Kenyatta has almost done what was done by 3 presidents and the colonial government combined.
The Property News is the segment that highlights all events happening in the real estate landscape. Do you have an upcoming event? Just book our calendar and we'll be delighted to join you. Next, stories from those who have walked the home ownership journey.
My home ownership journey started over about 4 years ago, a little bit over 4 years ago, and actually I started thinking about it before I was ready to actually buy.
You started dreaming?
Yes, yes. Oh, and actually, to be honest, like you're saying, I started dreaming way more than 4 years ago. So the dream started a long time ago. I always knew I'd want to live in a home that I owned. It's funny, but I never knew I wanted to own a home. I knew that I wanted to live in a home that I owned. So
it gives you security.
Yes, it does. It absolutely does. And I think that's it for anybody who has children. It's about security, knowing that you have a place that your children can call home. So that's how my journey started off. So it was a difficult journey in terms of finding what worked for me. I looked at about, I want to say about 26, 27 different houses.
Wow.
When I was looking.
So what made this tick?
It's actually pretty interesting because when I initially came to see a house in this development, I didn't see this house. I saw my next door neighbor's house, and that's the house I wanted to buy, and that's the house I even made an offer on, and I actually walked in and fell completely in love with this home. There was just something about it in terms of it got me and I got it. I think
you got each other.
Yes, we got each other.
And buying a home again, it's a gut feel.
Yes, it's a gut feel. It's an absolute gut feel.
Yes.
And I think maybe I can even tell it's a relationship because you're making a long-term commitment.
One of the biggest
very
financially.
Big, yes, a very big commitment that you're making. So I saw the next door house, and then my offer was not what the sellers were looking for, so I lost out on it. And I remember feeling, out of all these homes I've seen, this is the one that I really thought was my home. And then I remember just a few days after that offer went off the table, getting a phone call from somebody who knew me because through a fellow professional, and telling me that, oh, I had you interested in a house in this court, there's one available. It was completely providence. I think it was absolute providence, because a house that I finally fell in love with after seeing 26 something houses, and then it goes off the table, and then somebody else comes and says there's one available in the same court. So I came and I saw the house. I loved it.
This is it.
This was it.
My advice to anybody who would want to go into real estate is that ensure that you do it the right way. Do it the clean way, clean business, no shortcuts, all right? Get good lawyers, get good agents, ensure that you know everything in terms of the drainage of the area, so the environment of the area, the people around the area. You do not need to assume anything, because that is what could come and bite you, right? So ensure that you do it the clean way, the right way.
It feels good when you are in a place of your own. Yes. You're not fearing somebody will be knocking at your door to ask for rent. Because eventually, as much as you strain, you will own this property. Unlike when you're paying rent. Take, for example, the young people. You may start off by paying rent of about 10,000 in a place, which is near the CBD. But if you sacrificed and lived maybe somewhere a little further, where you're paying mortgage, depending on your age, you may get a mortgage of about the same or just slightly above. You would own a house of your own. And from there, maybe you can sell it off to get another one, or you never know what fate holds. You can move on and buy another one. So I would encourage, especially the young people, those who are still starting life, if you are able to, look at ways of owning property. It's a way of getting away from enslavement, getting away from, young people are used to looking at one another's life and saying, this is the kind of life I would like to lead. But if you think of where you will be 10 years from now, that place you think is very far, is very expensive, will not be what you are thinking today.
Benefits of home ownership don't come without costs and limitation. For some, renting may be a better option for now. The pros and cons of buying a house should be considered throughout the process before signing the dotted line. At First Avenue, we would be happy to hold your hand throughout the journey. Last but by no means least, a roundup of other investment opportunities available in the market, courtesy First Avenue, your real estate partner.
Zabid Gardens is a gated community consisting of 100 units of 4 bedrooms, all-en-suite maisonets. The estate is set on 5 acres of land, and each unit has a built area of 154.1 square meters. This development is set in Athi River and cuts across all spheres of prospective homeowners with stylish architectural design for living. Accommodation features. The ground floor consists of an entrance hallway providing privacy to living spaces and a transition into the house. Open plan living area with a large sliding door that leads to a private garden. Fully fitted separate kitchen with top and bottom cabinetry, a door leading to a washing area and an ensuite DSQ. A visitor's cloakroom, an ensuite guest room for privacy of the guests. On your way to the first floor, we have a beautiful staircase that leads to the bedrooms. All the bedrooms are en suite, fitted with wardrobes, and the master bedrooms come with a balcony and shower cubicles. Other features in the development include 24-hour manned gate for security, perimeter wall with electric fencing, street lighting and generator for communal areas, children's play area, a borehole for ample water supply, solar water heating systems, ample parking for homeowners and guests, cabro driveways, and a shopping center. This project is in close proximity to shopping malls, schools, and recreational areas. The price for this development is 11.5 million Kenya shillings. Enkang apartments are located along Gong Road, a few meters from the Junction Mall. It comprises of 3 blocks of 165 units with 1, 2, and 3 bedroom apartments. The 2 and 3 bedroom apartments are en suite, and all houses are open for customization. The 1 bedroom units stand in a plinth area of 50 square meters, 2 bedroom unit sits in 85 square feet, and the 3 bedroom units are on 110 square feet. Enkang is a word derived from the Ma community meaning homestead. Accommodation features are spacious living area, spacious dining area, prepaid piped gas system, large kitchen top and bottom cabinets offering enough storage, master ensuite bedroom, common cloakroom, large windows allowing natural light, laundry area, ready internet connectivity. Other amenities include 24/7 manned gate with a perimeter wall, electric fence and CCTV cameras, code access security systems, lifts, ample parking space, cabro paved driveway, park benches with canopies, backup generator, street lighting, a sewerage system, a commercial block offering a clinic, coffee shops, gym, a mini-mart, restaurants, as well as a salon and spa. This development is in close proximity to a number of shopping malls, for example, the Junction Mall, renowned schools such as Riara, and health centers like the Karen Hospital.
Avenue, your real estate partner, we are happy to connect you to your dream home and work with you throughout the process. Just drop us a line and tell us what you're searching for. We'll steer you in the right direction. Is your New Year's resolution to turn your idle plot into a dream home and don't know where to begin or are not available to supervise the construction process? Our upscale turnkey budget solution option has got you covered. The product comes with ready architectural designs, professionals you need throughout the building process, and are able to work within your budget. And in just 6 to 9 months, your dream home is ready for occupation. Thank you for watching The Property Show. Our digital platforms remain open. Keep interacting with us. As always, there is something for everyone. Kwaheri.